What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Ash Brown, and this is Ash Brown Uncensored. On this program, I talk a little bit about everything. It may be pop culture related, but it's probably Ash Brown related. You still just got to see what I'm going to talk about. And the past, 48 hours, everybody's talking about the Chris Brown diss, Weakest Link, if you haven't already. Search it on YouTube if you want to look at the lyrics. It's crazy. It's madness. And everybody's talking. And I'm getting very much 90s diss track vibes. I'm getting hit 'em up vibes. Honestly and truthfully. That's really and truly what I'm getting. I'm getting hit 'em up vibes. Because in hit 'em up, Pac went after Biggie. He went after, pretty much all the Bad Boy on one track. And Biggie didn't respond. He couldn't respond. How do you respond to something like that? It didn't end his career. It fueled the East Coast, West Coast foolishness which the media was really a part of. But as far as Chris Brown and Quavo, it's a wrap for Quavo. He can't come back from this. I don't see a way he can come back. I was not a fan of Quavo or the Migos. I'm aware of who they are. I remember Bad and Bougie was really big when they were coming out and all that stuff. But I'm not a huge fan of them. I know Offset because of Cardi B, of course. But also, I've heard some Offset stuff, and I've heard his collaborations with Cardi. And I like his flow. He's got definitely a unique flow. I vibe with Offset. Quavo, I've never really heard anything from, and I recently listened to Tender. It was weak. He could have kept that, y'all. He could have kept that. If you're going to come for somebody, come for real. Tender, I listened to some of it. It kind of was putting me to sleep because it was pretty boring. But Chris Brown, to answer that with Weakest Link, it's a wrap. Quavo does not have the capability to come back from that. He doesn't have it in him. He doesn't. The best that he can do is try to get someone to feature with him. Shout out to Babsy at Large. I love Babsy. She is basically like the celebrity, the Caribbean celebrity, go-to person. She always have all the good news and the good tea and stuff. And even she jumped in the chat about this whole diss track exchange, what you should have it. And it's crazy because, like I said, Chris Brown bodied him on this. And he was like, you just got bodied by an R&B dude. You got dissed by an R&B singer. It's crazy. Quavo cannot come back from that. What is he going to do? He's going to talk about the Rihanna stuff? That's almost 20 years ago. That's old news. People have known about that. That is come and gone. They were young kids. Come up with something original. Come up with something new. And I don't believe Chris Brown has ever really rapped like that before. I mean, he may have done some stuff on some of his albums, here and there, but I don't recall him ever rapping. So you done got this dude out of his bag. You done got him out. You didn't even know he had a bag. And now you sitting there with egg on your face. I mean, you better just chop it up a few more times at Magic City like you've been doing. And, but for Chris Brown to end your rap career, that is wild, son. That is wild. And they were saying all these different people that can help him and he need to make up nice with Offset. I mean, even Offset has a brand to protect. He's on tour. He ain't got time to be sitting up there helping you with your little petty stuff. That I don't see happening. I don't see Offset coming to his rescue. Offset is on tour right now. Or Offset is in a whole nother stratosphere. You got beef with this fool, well, that's your beef with him. That has nothing to do with Offset. I would not blame Offset for not even acknowledging this whole thing because I don't see it helping. And Babsy was saying that he could get some of the dancehall people them to come help with him. And she mentioned somebody that I think across the board in genres of music, everybody knows about Super Cat. Everybody knows that's like that's the OG right there. Super Cat. If you got a track with Super Cat, I mean, that sullies everything else. But there's no way Super Cat would jump on a track with it, given this history that Quavo and Chris Brown have. Nobody's gonna jump in with him because it's like they jumping in to save you. Like, you can't save yourself. Chris Brown is a singer, okay, and he's just continuing to broaden his resume. So he's a singer, actor, choreographer, rapper. I mean, Chris Brown is bodying this. Like, I feel like a proud big sister. Like, I'm like, oh my God, look at Chris. But if this is what needed to happen to get Chris in his rapper mode, to get Chris into this new mode, I am all for it. I am all for it. But I think Quavo, his response in this time, I personally feel like it would never match what Chris Brown did to him on that track. It will never match it. He's not capable. He doesn't have it in him. He does not have it in him. And it's a wrap. It's crazy because I feel like I said, I didn't really follow the Migos, but from what I'm told, Offset and Takeoff were the most talented ones in the group. And Quavo just kind of was along for the ride, so to speak. He was not nearly as memorable as the other two. That's what I'm told. That's what I'm told from, that's what the young people them say, because I don't really know, because I didn't really pay attention to them. It really wasn't music for my generation, so to speak, and not what I consider to be music. But I like Offset. I do like Offset, yeah. I mess with Offset. I like his music. I don't mess with him. I don't know the man. No, I like Offset. I like Cardi. Quavo, that Tender, like I said, y'all go on YouTube, go and search Tender, Quavo, and y'all tell me that shit is hot. It was not even lukewarm. It's like he's tapping into it, and Chris Brown went for the jugular. Chris Brown was out for blood. He was out for blood. All the things that he said, whew. There is no way for Quavo to come back from this. I'm saying it. I'm putting it out there. I don't see it happening. He is not a strong MC. He's definitely not a good lyricist. And Chris Brown has showed him up. So I'm ready for the Chris album. Chris, when you coming out with this hip-hop album, this rap album, we ready? We've needed it. I think that rap has needed an overhaul for a while. And if it takes Chris Brown getting into a diss battle for us to get hip-hop back on track, well, then that's something that we got to do. I'm okay with that. I can live with that. So, yeah, Quavo, I would say at this stage of the game, the money that you've made, brother, start at something else. Go into another industry. Open up a bakery, maybe a gym, something, a community center. But I don't think rap is going to welcome you anymore. So you got to find something else to do, brother. But that's just my little 2 cents. That's my takeaway from it. And I love you guys. And I hope that everybody has a great, fantabulous, prosperous week ahead. All right. Purposeful, you're productive, and you have peace. So we're gonna settle on peace. So it's peace and happiness, good energy, good vibes, and all the things.